On January the 11th, 2021, two men driving a white Toyota Camry were making their way down to Albury, all the way from Sydney in Australia. The purpose of their journey was simple: deliver a collection of candles. But of course, these weren't any ordinary candles. In fact, these candles were laced with methamphetamine and were worth close to $2.2 million. And what's even more intriguing is the driver of the vehicle, who is an alleged mastermind behind a multi-million-dollar drug syndicate. His name is Scott Miller. Let's get into his case. Scott Miller initially emerged onto the international scene at just 19 years old during the 1994 Commonwealth Games in Victoria, British Columbia, where he won the 100-meter butterfly and the 4x100-meter medley relay. In 1995, he became the world's short course champion in the 200-meter butterfly and established himself as a contender for the 1996 Olympics, where he would make his biggest appearance. During the Olympic Games, Miller managed to set an Olympic record of 52.89 seconds during the 100-meter butterfly final. He also won a silver medal in the 100 fly and a bronze medal as part of Australia's 400-meter medley relay. On the surface, it seemed as though Miller's career as an athlete was destined for success, but behind the scenes, a number of nefarious activities were taking place. Miller had a difficult time after the Olympic Games. In 1999, he was suspended by FINA for 2 months after testing positive for marijuana. On his return from suspension, he'd been surpassed by Michael Klim and Jeff Hugel and was unable to gain selection for the Sydney Olympics in 2000. 8 years later, Miller was arrested and charged after police seized a commercial pill press, drugs, and cash in a raid on the storage facility in Brookvale, New South Wales. They also found steroids, a loaded revolver, ecstasy, methamphetamine, and $240,000 in cash. He pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 100 hours of community work and a 2-year good behaviour bond. However, 5 years later, Miller was arrested a second time after a police search in a property in Mascot allegedly uncovered meth and $17,000 in cash.
What can you tell me about the white powder in the bags there?
Oh, that's nothing. You'll find out when you taste it, it's nothing.
So it's nothing? Can you tell me what it is?
I think they mix it with something.
Sorry, what was that?
I think the people do that mix it with something.
Mix it with something? So do you own those white powdered substance there, the crystallised substance?
Do I own it?
Yeah, is that yours?
No, it's not mine.
Have you seen it before?
Yeah, I have.
You have?
This time, he was given a 1-year suspended jail sentence. In 2014, he made an appearance on 60 Minutes where he confessed to viewers that he was battling a drug addiction.
And so when you're on the party scene back in Sydney, was it just cocaine?
Ecstasy as well, probably just those two. Yeah. Depends on which crowd you're with. The nightclub crowd or the dinner party crowd.
On January 11th, Miller picked up a white Toyota Camry from the Balmain area shortly after a man wearing high-vis clothing left a red, white and blue striped bag in the car's footwell. Miller then hid the bag, which held 8 candles and contained meth worth $2.2 million, inside a secret compartment and left the vehicle in the area overnight. The next day, Miller picked up his accomplice, Wayne Johnson, and the pair drove the Camry from Sydney to Yass, which is about a 3-hour journey. The Camry was then handed over to 2 men who drove south on Hume Highway towards Albury. During the journey, a highway patrol unit attempted to pull the Camry over, which led to a chase with vehicles reaching up to 160 km per hour. The chase was then terminated by authorities shortly before midnight as it became too dangerous. The next day, police found the bag containing drugs ditched in a pile of grass near an intersection at Cookadinya, just 75 km away from Albury. A month later, Miller was then arrested just after 6 AM on February the 16th at his home in Rozelle in Sydney. Police raided his apartment and seized 910 grams of heroin, $75,000 in cash, and the white Toyota Camry. Overall, Scott Miller was charged with supplying a large commercial quantity of drugs, knowingly directing a criminal group, and dealing with the proceeds of crime. His accomplice, Wayne Johnson, was also charged with supplying a large commercial quantity of drugs and participating in a criminal group. The two men, Miller and Johnson, are accused of meeting in Yass, are yet to be charged over their alleged involvement in the syndicate. In a press conference on Tuesday morning, Detective Superintendent John Watson said the following.
So the 45-year-old has alleged that he is the director of this particular syndicate. The facts outlined today will be alleged that he's calling the shots, so this is the head of the syndicate, and others, it will be alleged that are working under his instruction. I can tell you that the ice is of very high purity in the candles. It was moulded inside glass mouldings inside each candle, and I can tell you that for all intents and purposes the candles looked like normal candles, however they were laced with death and misery.
Given that investigations are still ongoing, it's difficult to estimate the reach of Scott Miller's drug network and if there's any other big players involved, so I'll keep you guys updated on this case. Let me know what you think about this case in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys.